seen that electromagnetic induction EMI? EMI already you have done. It is completed or not? It is
Yes, sir.
completed or not?
Yes, sir.
Whatever the information you want to send it through the message also you can send it. If you want to mute your video or audio, you just mute the audio. Video may be upon, and just um, open the send the message, any information for if you want. The one thing is that EMI. What is that for EMI? EMI already you know the ideas that how the electric current will be produced. Electromagnetic induction or the induced current or induced EMF, whatever you get it due to the uh, changing fluxes, so whenever it is linking to the coil, an induced EMF or induced current is produced. And you must be knowing that induced current always in fluctuating in nature. That whatever the current you get it, that is the alternating current. And you know that the change in flux linked to the coil is by the different process, by increasing or decreasing the area of the coil in the magnetic field, or by giving the relative orientations of the coil in the magnetic field. Relative orientations of the coil in the magnetic field means that coil should be rotated in a magnetic field. The coil should be rotated in a magnetic field. That principle we have to go through it after the AC, whenever after getting the ideas. That is the AC generator. In AC generator, what happens? The coil will be rotated in the magnetic field. As the coil is rotated in the magnetic field, change in magnetic flux will be linking to the coil and induced current will be produced in it. And that induced current, whatever you know, that is the alternating current. That is the alternating current. And alternating current, that you tell it as the AC, normally the people, the students, they feel difficulties in alternating current. If you understand carefully, I think there will be no problem in finding the alternating current, AC. And everybody, you have heard the word AC. What is that AC? Whatever the current you are using in your home, that is the alternating current. And before the chapter, current electricity chapter, already we have discussed about the current, that is the direct current. So accordingly, we are having the different types of current. One is the direct current, one is the steady current, DC current. You know it, you must be knowing about DC current and AC current. And one is the steady current. What is that steady current? The current whose magnitude and direction remains unchanged. That type of current is called the steady current. And the current which doesn't change its direction, only the magnitude varies, that is the direct current. And alternating current is that current which changes its magnitude, and direction or polarity periodically. And that type of current is called the alternating current. Its magnitude changes and direction also periodically changes. Then that type of current is called the alternating current. And for that we have to do it now. What is that alternating current? What is that alternating current? Just and just to find out for the alternating current, all of you write. All of you write the alternating current. That you tell it as the AC. Alternate current, that is AC. You write AC is one which changes its magnitude continuously It changes its magnitude continuously it changes its magnitude continuously magnitude continuously and reverses its direction and reverses its direction periodically. Periodically and reverses its direction periodically. That is the AC. The current which changes its magnitude continuously and reverses its direction periodically. This type of current is called the alternating current. The alternating current is that current which changes its magnitude continuously and reverses its direction, or you can tell it as the polarity periodically. Polarity always changes. Polarity always changes. So we are representing this alternating current as it is represented as it is represented as I equal to I equal to I naught sine omega t. 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 This I naught is called the peak value of AC. I naught is called the peak value of AC. Peak value of AC, or it is the maximum value of AC. This is the maximum value of AC. That is the peak value of AC or maximum value of AC. I equal to I naught sine omega t. And if you represent graphically, and it will be like that. If you represent graphically, it is represented like that manner. Just you look on this graph. That is I versus time. IT graph if you are plotting it. So what happens here? That current increases. In this case, what you are observing, the current gradually increases and attains the maximum value here, and that maximum value is called the peak value, and again it decreases and attains the zero value here. Here it changes the polarity changes, and in negatively it attains the maximum value, again it comes to the zero value. So what happens here, in a complete cycle it attains the 2 times the maximum value, I naught positive and I naught minus negative, and in between that it changes its polarity, and the graph is like that. From here to here, it in a, that is the complete time interval, that is time period it is told us. Within one complete time period, uh, it attains the 2 times, it fluctuates twice. It fluctuates twice. And the maximum value, whatever it is attaining, is called the peak value, I naught. That is the peak value, is the maximum value. So no doubtly, if you look onto the sine function had, you must be knowing maximum plus one minus one, like that it is fluctuating. And sine function will be finding, that is sine waveform. That is the alternating current. If you think further, the EMF also, alternating EMF, that is of the same. And today we want to discuss the that is peak value, mean value, and RMS value. So you should write the peak value. It is the maximum value attained by the AC. Peak value is the maximum value attained by the AC, alternating current. Again, we will be talking about the mean value or the average value. Second value is, be careful for that. That is the mean value or average value. Mean value, or it is told as the average value of AC. Average value of AC. What is that mean value and average value of AC? Because here that you just find the carefully just listen what I am telling. Mean value. As the current is fluctuating in nature, fluctuation is there. So we have to find out the mean value of AC. If the total mean value of AC, or that you tell the average value of AC, you have to find out the average value over a complete cycle. So how to define that mean value? You write the mean value of AC. The mean value of AC the mean value of AC the mean value of AC is that value of steady current, is that value of steady current, that value of steady current, mean value of AC is that value of steady current, mean value of AC is that value of steady current which sends which sends the same amount of charge in same time, which sends the same amount of charge which sends the same amount of charge in same time as the AC does in its half cycle. Mean value of AC. Just be careful. Actually, how to, because of we are comparing the steady current with the alternating current. We are comparing the steady current with the alternating current. That is, mean value of AC is that value of steady current which sends the same amount of charge in same time through the circuit as the AC does in its half of cycle. Why you are taking the half of cycle? Because in first of cycle, AC sends the charge, the amount, and in the or the second half cycle, it takes back. The total charge sent in a complete cycle will be zero, because in first half cycle it is directed in one direction. The charge is sent in one direction, and in the other half cycle, the charge is taken back. If you think for the complete cycle, the total charge will be zero. So we cannot compare the AC in a complete cycle with a steady current, because steady current is sending the charge continuously in one direction. Whatever the steady current is sending the charge in a particular time, in that particular time, in half of the cycle, AC sends the same amount of charge. This is the mean value. We are finding the mean value of AC. Yeah? Be careful for that. So that, suppose, let us consider that is I equal to I naught sine omega t be the instantaneous value of AC. I equal to I naught sine omega t. I equal to I naught sine omega t be the instantaneous value of AC at a particular instant of time, and the value of AC I equal to I naught sine omega t. You say. So what will be the If dq amount of charge is sent in dt time, another case, if dq amount of charge, if dq equal to amount of charge, right, amount of charge sent in dt time. If dq is the amount of charge sent in dt time, so what will be the dq? So dq now it equal to dq equal to I dt, I into dt, because I equal to q by t and dq equal to I dt. And if you find the I dt, if you put the equation here, that is equal to I naught sine omega t, I naught sine omega t dt, that is dq. So we have to integrate over a complete cycle. The total charge sent कितना होगा? Total charge sent. What is the total charge? Total charge sent. Total charge sent q equal to integration of, that is total charge sent q equal to I naught sine omega t dt. Total charge sent in half of cycle. Total charge sent in half of cycle, that is q equal to I naught sine omega t dt, and you have to take the integration. And in half cycle, the time period will be 0 to t by 2. 0 to t by 2. 0 to t by 2. So just you calculate it, and you are finding, and you know the I naught is taken out. The integration of sine omega t equal to, you know it, minus cos omega t upon omega, and limit you are finding it as 0 to t by 2. 0 to t by 2. And this is equal to a minus I naught by omega is taken out. Minus I naught by omega is taken out. Remaining part is the, what you are finding? Cos omega t by 2 minus cos 0. In place of t, you are putting t by 2 and cos 0. And this is equal to minus I naught by omega. What is the cos omega t by 2? Cos omega t by 2, just you can put it another step here. Cos omega equal to 2 pi upon t, capital T, into t by 2 minus cos 0 equal to 1. So t cancelled. Then you are finding minus I naught upon omega is simple integration, and you must, that is cos, the 2 to cancel, cos pi. Cos pi, what is the value of cos pi? The value of cos pi equal to minus 1. So minus 1, you are finding minus 1 and minus 1. Minus 1, minus 1. So this minus equal to minus plus 2 I naught upon omega is the q. So what the q values you are getting? So q equal to, you are finding it now, q equal to 2 I naught upon omega. Q equal to 2 I naught upon omega. So you are finding this is the q equal to 2 I naught upon omega. This is the equation number 1. If you think the total charge sent in half cycle, the total charge sent in half cycle, if I mean I am taking it as the mean value of SC equal to mean value of SC, if mean value of SC, if I mean is considered the mean value of SC, so you know that what happens in the mean value, whenever you are calculating the mean value, always what you are taking. Suppose if I talk about the mean age of student in a class is 15 years, mean age, and the class is containing 50 students. So what is the total charge, total age if you calculate? So 15 multiplied with the number of students, mean quantity average value should be multiplied with the number, then you can get the actual value. So if Im is the mean current, mean value of AC, so what will be the total charge sent in half of the cycle? The total charge sent, how much it will be? Total charge sent Q equal to, you know, it equal to mean value multiplied with the time equal to T by 2. This is the equation number 2. From both the equations, if you just compare both the equations, you can get it. If you get both the equations, then you will be finding, you compare both the equations, you are getting I mean T by 2, this is equal to 2 I naught upon omega. 2 I naught upon omega, and just you find the I mean. So I mean equal to 2 I naught upon omega equal to 2 pi by t, 2 pi by t, and that t by 2 will be here, that is 2 by t, that will be the 2 by t. 2 by t. So this you can get it as the that get it 2 I naught t 2 upon 2 pi t. So how much you are finding? Just calculate it. 2 cancel, t cancel. The 2 by pi, 2 upon pi into I naught. You are finding 2 upon pi into I naught is the mean value. The mean value of AC you are finding, that is the mean value of AC equal to, that is 2 by pi I naught. If you find the 2 by pi, the value of 2 by pi equal to 0.637, that is equal to 0.637 of I naught. That is the mean value of AC. And you are finding the mean value of AC is 0.3637. Mean value of AC, that is equal to 0.637 I naught. If you same thing, suppose if somebody is telling you that find the mean value of AC over a complete cycle. What is the mean value of AC over a complete cycle? And if you just know it, just calculate and tell me the answer immediately through the message. What is the mean value of AC over a complete cycle? Over a complete cycle, what will be the mean value of AC? What is the mean value of AC? Just you send through message. What is the mean value of AC over a complete cycle? What is the mean value of AC over a complete cycle? That somebody is telling the answer, mean value of AC, send answer 1 point something, no. Mean value of AC over a complete cycle. If actually you know it, if you understand, Monica told it is 0. Very good. Basha 0. Another. Khushi also 0, and everybody now everybody will be sending the answer. Correct answer equal to 0. Already it is told. A very simple concept is, that is whatever the charge you are sending in half cycle. Okay, Neha also. Whatever the charge you are sending in half cycle, in the next half cycle you are taking the same amount of charge. So over a complete cycle, the total charge equal to 0, and time interval, because you know that is I mean equal to total charge by total time. So I mean equal to total charge by total time. There you are finding I mean equal to total charge upon total time. Upon total time, we get the total charge sent equal to, in a complete cycle is 0, and total time equal to 0 by capital T, that is equal to 0. So mean value over a complete cycle is 0. If you just integrate it also, total charge, how it will be 0 also, mathematically, we are not telling it just theoretically, mathematically also you can do it. From this derivation part, whatever you have taken, from this derivation part, you just take the limit from 0 to t. If you take it 0 to t, so this term will be equal to 0 to t, and here you can get the term minus I naught by omega cos omega t, that is cos omega t minus cos 0, and here minus I naught by omega cos omega equal to 2 pi by t into t. When t gets cancelled, 2 pi because 2 pi equal to 1, it is becoming 1. So 1 minus 1, that becomes 0. The total charge sent by the integration method also, we can send we can calculate that is total charge sent in one complete cycle is 0. The total charge sent in one complete cycle is 0, and hence the total mean value of AC over a complete cycle is 0. Mean value of AC over a complete cycle is 0. I think you must be understanding one thing. I would like to tell you that alternating current is no doubtly a fluctuating current. If somebody is fluctuating, how to hold it, how to measure it? Suppose if you like to design a device to measure the alternating current, so as it is fluctuating nature, if you use the pointer also in galvanometer or in ammeter, whatever you are using ammeter, in case of the ammeter, whatever the pointer is there, if it is fluctuating in nature, if you use pointer to measure it, so no doubt you must be thinking the pointer should be in fluctuating nature. If the pointer will be fluctuating nature, how do you measure the current whatever is flowing through the circuit? Because the pointer always it will be fluctuating nature, because the nature of the AC is fluctuating. Always it will have the varying magnitude and varying direction. So we cannot, if somebody is having the varying magnitude and varying direction, if something is that, we cannot get it the constant value of that quantity. So that peak value, whenever you are talking about the peak value, it is not having the constant value. The AC is not having the constant value. Sometimes it reaches the high value, sometimes it falls down, sometimes it changes the direction, its value. So mean value also you cannot calculate it. And then which value that whatever you are measuring by the ammeter in by the electrician measures the current which is no doubtly ampere. That current is called the RMS value. That is one type of special current that whatever we are telling, that is the RMS value, or this is the actually the virtual value, that is the measuring value what the electricians normally measures. The electricians, whichever the current, suppose if somebody is telling how much current is flowing through your house, you are telling that sir it is 5 ampere current. That 5 ampere current is not the peak value of the current. That 5 ampere is not the mean value of current. That 5 ampere current is the uh, RMS value of current, and we'll discuss it about that RMS value. The important thing is that here mean value is calculated by means of the charge whatever is thrown through the sent through the circuit, and here we would like to discuss the virtual value, or that is the RMS value of AC. The RMS value of AC, or if you write the definition is essential. You understand what is the meaning of RMS value of AC. So I am telling the RMS value of AC, RMS value of AC. RMS value of AC, and it is the root mean square. Kinetic theory of gases, you must be knowing RMS value, RMS velocity, root mean square velocity. That is at every instant, if you find the current I1, I2, I3 like that, the RMS current will be I1 square plus I2 square plus dot 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 IN square under root. The mean of that I1 square plus I2 square plus divided by that M or N up under root I1 square plus I2 square like that, RMS, and that is IN square upon N into under root, that is the RMS. We are always taking the RMS value of AC in this manner, but this concept I am not using it here now. What is that RMS value of AC? Just you take it, RMS value of AC. Actually, what happened here? Before calculating the RMS value, that I would like to give you some concept. One concept is, suppose one man is moving from one man is, or you take the one conductor. One conductor is there, and first time the current is flowing continuously for 1 kilometer, and this is the 100 meter. You just take it the 100 meter. And second time, what I am telling, the current is moving from A to B 100 meter, again B to A 100 meter, A to B 100 meter. In this manner, the current is fluctuating through the resistance. Suppose you take it the resistance. So which factor in both the cases will be the same? For example, I am telling you that is in first case, what I am telling, the current is passing through the conductor continuously for 1 hour. That is we are taking the steady current. Steady current is flowing through the conductor continuously for 1 hour. And second time, I am sending the fluctuating current so that it reverses its polarity continuously and is moving through the conductor continuously for 1 hour. In first case, it is moving, current is flowing continuously. In second case, it is flowing A to B, B to A to B, B to A in this manner, but time interval is becoming the same. So my question is, which factor in both the cases will be the same? In both the cases, which factor will be the same? Because of, if you think for the factor here, so the factor will be the same in both the cases, will be the heat generation. Heat generation. If the resistance is same, if the direct current flows, what amount of heat will be generated for 1 hour? If the alternating current flows, provided it is fluctuating in nature, also it will produce the same amount of heat. So by considering the heating factor, the RMS value is being designed. So what is that RMS value? So you write RMS value, it is told as the virtual value of AC bolte. Virtual value of AC, or it is told as the effective value of AC, effective value of AC, or it is told as the practical value of AC. That is also practical value of AC. Practically it is used, this value. We are using, the electricians are using the practical value of AC. So just what is that RMS value of AC? You write the definition. RMS value of AC is that value of steady current. RMS value of AC is that value of steady current which produces same amount of heat in a resistance, which produces same amount of heat in a resistance in certain time, in a particular time, in certain time, as the AC produces same amount of heat in same resistance. Same amount of heat in same resistance. I am repeating it again. RMS value of AC is that value of steady current which produces, we are comparing AC to steady current. RMS value of AC is that value of steady current which produces same amount of heat in a resistance in same time as the AC produces in same resistance in same time. I think you have written all this. And what I'm telling, we are considering the heating factor. Here we are not specifying the cycle. In first half cycle, Next step cycle, no, we are not considering for that one. Means to tell, if steady current is allowed to flow through a resistance for a particular time, whatever amount of heat will be produced, if that amount of heat will be produced by AC, AC will also will produce the same amount of heat over the same resistance in same time. Same amount of heat over the same resistance in same time. That is the RMS value of AC. So you have to find out simply, because the you know it, that is the instantaneous value of AC is the instantaneous value of AC. Instantaneous value of AC is I equal to I naught sine omega t. It has a particular instant of time. We are finding the that is the instantaneous value of AC equal to I naught sine omega t. If this amount of AC, if this amount of current is allowed to pass through the resistance R for a small interval of time dt, so how much amount of heat will be produced? So heat produced over a resistance capital R in dt time. So in dt time over the capital R, how much heat is produced? So you know that is dH equal to I square R dt. I square R dt, because H equal to I square R dt, the heat produced for a small interval of time dt, you are finding this one. And you know that is I square, the value is equal to I square equal to I naught square sine square omega t capital R dt. I naught square sine square omega t R dt. So what will be the total heat produced in T interval, in a complete cycle? How much amount of heat is produced? So let us calculate it. The total heat produced in a complete cycle. The total heat produced in a complete cycle. Total heat produced in a complete cycle. Total heat produced over a complete cycle. How much heat is produced? Total heat. So what you have to do it? We have to take the integration here. So H equal to integration of dH 0 to H, and that is equal to, you are integrating I naught square sine square and I naught square R, I am writing R sine square omega t dt integration, because differentiation integration is having role here in AC. Totally integration part will be here. You just take it, come with sufficient preparation of the integration formula and all these things. That is I square R sine square omega t dt, total heat produced in a complete cycle. Our limit is from 0 to t. Limiting is from 0 to t. Just simply integrate it. I think you must be knowing that integration, that will be equal to I naught square R is taken out. Remaining is the sine square omega t. And you know the formula sine square omega t, that 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. That is 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. That is in place of sine square omega t dt. Just to tell me that, anybody can tell me, just to, if one student, I'm telling, that is Priya Das. Priya Das, present है कि नहीं? Priya Das absent. Rishabh Kishore. Rishabh?
Yes, sir.
You just tell me that this formula sine square omega t, you know that cos 2 omega t formula. What is the formula of cos 2 omega t? Or cos 2a formula? Just tell me the cos 2a formula. What is the cos 2a formula?
Yes.
What is that? You know it? Cos square theta by cos square a minus sine square a. that is cos square A minus sin square A. Clear? And that is, if you convert it, that is 1 minus sin square A, that is 1 minus 2 sin square A. Clear? And if you
Yes,
talk
sir.
about the 2 sin square A, 2 sin square A, that will be equal to 1 minus cos 2A. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And if you talk about the sin square A, that is 1 minus cos 2A by 2. 1 minus cos 2A by 2.
Yes,
Sajal,
sir.
Sajal, you are present or not? Sajal, you are present or not? Sajal, Sajal, Lohare. And here Joshua, here Joshua, K. Horse Naidu, K. Horse Naidu, K. Horse Naidu, you are finding me or not? Srishti,
Yes, sir. Present. Yes, sir.
uh,
Present.
and you understand these things?
Yes, sir.
Because of I'm asking the biology students because of mathematics, that must be the problem for SE. And this formula, what I told is that formula is used in place of the sin square omega t, because in place of A, if you use that sin square A equal to 1 minus cos 2A by 2, that is equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t. In place of A, we have used the omega t. Yeah? You have used omega t, and that is sin square omega t equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t upon 2. Clear? And this is equal now, this you can get it the, this is equal to I naught square r by 2, I naught square r by 2, because integration is here, integration is here, 0 to t, I naught square r by 2 is taken out, remaining integration part is the, that is dt integration, integration of dt 0 to t minus cos 2 omega t dt integration 0 to t. And here you are getting it that I square r upon 2 is a very interesting term, we will be getting it now. And here you are finding that is t. Directly, if you know the definite integration, and definite integration, you are finding this is the t minus and cos 2 omega t. And you know that cos 2 omega t, what is the value of the cos 2 omega t over a complete cycle 0 to t? The mathematics students, they must be understanding that is over a complete cycle, the cos 2 omega t from 0 to t, that is equal to 0. Otherwise, you just calculate that is equal to cos 2 omega t equal to minus sine 2 omega t by 2 omega. Put the values, you will be finding it 0. So this value will be equal to 0, just from the mathematical point of view. So this is equal to I naught square r t upon 2. You are finding H equal to heat generation equal to I naught square R T upon 2. This is the heat whatever you are finding, that is by calculating through integration method. If IRMS equal to, just you write it, if IRMS equal to, if IRMS equal to RMS value of SE, and you can write it as H equal to, what will be the heat generated? Heat equal to IRMS square R, capital R, over a complete cycle, that is equal to T. That is the equation 2. And if you compare the equation 2 and equation 1, IRMS square capital R, capital T, that is equal to whatever thing you have getting, I naught square RT, I naught square RT upon 2. And here RT is getting cancelled, remaining IRMS equal to IRMS square equal to I naught square by 2. I naught square by 2 and IRMS equal to how much you are finding? IRMS equal to I naught by root 2. So just to find it, how that RMS value is related to the peak value of current. How the RMS value is related to the peak value of current, that is equal to 0.707 of I naught. So from this expression, you just tell me that which one is bigger, IRMS or I naught is bigger. From the section A sides, one you just tell me that Anirban present hai, Anirban Rai, Anirban already you have joined. Aryan Sri Pandey, Aryan Sri Pandey, D Ghanshyam Sai, डी घनश्याम साई, वीडियो में आ जाओ. And Amitanshu, Avas,
Yes, sir.
that you find it. What is the IRMS, I naught? Is which one is the greater one?
Sir, IRMS.
IRMS is greater than I naught.
No, sir, I not, sir. I not is greater than IRMS.
I naught is greater than IRMS. Huh? I naught is greater than IRMS. And suppose if you tell it as in which way you are calculating the IRMS and I naught, that I naught if it is 5 ampere current, IRMS whatever the current you are measuring 5 ampere, so what will be the value in I naught? I naught will be more than 5 ampere or less than 5 ampere? More than 5 ampere. Huh? I naught will be more than 5 amperes. Okay, that in the next class we will be discussing all about that 3 values of current and how they are related. We will discuss it later on. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.